Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're doing something a little different. We thought it'd be cool to pull back the curtain and show you how we actually put one of these explainers together. We're going to walk you through the whole process, from the initial idea, through some unexpected twists and turns, all the way to the final aha moment. So we started with what felt like a total home run topic. I mean, look at this, surviving a recession. It's super timely, super compelling, and it's a question on pretty much everyone's mind. Our whole plan was to build this awesome step-by-step guide to help you navigate a tough economy. Seemed like a no-brainer, right? And this is where it gets really interesting. Because we have one golden rule here that we never, ever break. We are bound by our source material. We don't make stuff up, we explain what's there. So what happens when a fantastic idea hits a brick wall because the data just isn't there? Well, that's when the real work and the real discovery begins. Okay, so let's just rewind for a second and look at that initial mission. We were setting out to answer what we all agreed was a very, very timely question about our financial security. The mission was crystal clear. Create a practical, actionable explainer that gives you the tools and the confidence to manage your money when the economy gets shaky. A clear roadmap to get you through all that uncertainty. But then, bam, we hit our first and biggest hurdle. This is the exact moment our great idea came to a screeching halt. It's something we call the sourcing roadblock. We dug into the material we had to work with, and it turns out there was no guide at all. The topic was only mentioned in passing as this kind of hypothetical reason someone might be afraid to invest way out in 2027. I mean, that is a million miles away from a step-by-step plan. And this quote right here, it sums up our core principle perfectly. This actually comes from our own internal analysis. It's literally us telling ourselves, nope, the info isn't here. If it's not in the sources, we can't put it in the explainer. It really is that simple. And that commitment is what ensures we're always giving you the most accurate breakdown we possibly can. So, is that the end of the story? Not even close. You see, this roadblock wasn't a failure. It was a pivot. It actually forced us to look deeper into the material and find the really powerful guides that were hiding there in plain sight the whole time. We had this realization. We were asking a question that our sources just couldn't answer. The key wasn't to find different sources, it was to ask a completely different question. So instead of focusing on what wasn't there, we started asking what was. And this slide right here, this is the light bulb moment. Check out the shift. We went from a reactive question, how do you survive a recession, to a proactive one. What financial goals do our sources prove are achievable? And let me tell you, that new question, it unlocked everything. Just by asking that one better question, we uncovered not one, but 4 distinct, powerful, and totally actionable guides that were all there, fully supported by the source material. This is the incredible stuff we found when we just let the sources lead the way. First up, we found a complete guide to reaching a $1 million net worth. This wasn't about surviving, it was about thriving. It was all about systematically building wealth by really understanding the fundamentals, assets, liabilities, and the power of leverage. Second, we found a clear path to smart investing. The material had everything we needed to demystify the stock market, explaining how you can use tools like index funds and manage risk to grow your money over the long term. It made it feel totally accessible. Third, there was this amazing guide on landing your next job, and it was all about tangible, modern strategies for today's job market, from networking that actually works to building a resume that gets you noticed. A super practical and totally achievable goal. And finally, we found a guide to legally lowering your tax bill. This one is all about empowerment, It's about understanding the system, from W-2s to standard deductions and tax loopholes, so you can legally keep more of the money you earn. Okay, so let's bring this all full circle. We started this journey trying to find a defense against a recession, but what we found instead was something way, way more powerful, a financial offense. So here's the real bottom line. These 4 topics aren't just random guides. They are the 4 pillars of financial wellness: building wealth, investing smartly, securing your income, and optimizing your taxes. This is the true foundation for security no matter what the economy is doing. So we'll end with this. Instead of one guide on how to survive, we ended up with 4 guides on how to build. Turns out the best defense is a strong foundation. So the only question left is, which of these achievable goals will you tackle first?